All right, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakudash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rokalia from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with another impromptu lesson. All right, tonight's lesson is going to be a response to a testimony, that one of the beloved brothers from Miami, the GMS Miami camp, uh, you know, uh, told brothers, as he was down here this past camp, and I've been meditating on it ever since, and for the full testimony, you can go to that brother's channel, the brother Karab, um, beloved brother Karab. You can go to his channel and get the full testimony, but without going into, all the details, the main thing that I wanted to extrapolate from that testimony was the treasure that is faith. The pricelessness of faith. What we carry with us on a day-to-day basis in the form of faith is priceless. It's something that truly the world is going to seek after here in these latter days and not be able to find. Like it says in 2 Esdras, the 5th chapter. They're going to seek the wisdom that we have. They're going to seek the knowledge that we have, the understanding we have concerning Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. They're not going to be able to find it. Chiefly, they're not going to be able to accumulate the faith in which, as every day passes by, you realize more and more how important and how priceless this faith is. I got a couple of precepts I want to bring out. This is not one of them, but, Spirit just hopped on me let me bring this out. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." And this is a precept that we read often. You brothers and sisters know, by now, the main basic precepts. But the basics are turning out to be the most complex understanding in the entire fucking world, man. The basics. It's really like the elder Malcolm says, you can drown them with the basics. And every day the Lord is showing deeper depths concerning the basics of the scriptures. And faith being something that is talked about so frequently, or something that is boundless. It's like a never-ending light. It's like a pit that's never ending. Faith is boundless, and there's miraculous things that come with maintaining and having faith in our power. The Lord's power is boundless. It's limitless. Lord's power knows no limits. And as we put our trust and our faith in that kind of power, the things, the miracles, the mercy, the doors that are open in our lives are a result. They're boundless. If you get what I'm trying to say, man. And this is Isaiah 33 and 6 again. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of thy salvation." And this wisdom that we've been allowed to glean from the scriptures, man, has truly been the stability of our times. Through every rocky situation that we go through, man, no matter how hard it seems, no matter how tough it is in the moment, the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua and the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua ultimately at the end of the day carries us through to see the next lesson, to see the next trial, to overcome the next lesson and to overcome the next trial, which is truly mercy from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and which is why this faith is priceless. But let me get this, because as I was listening to the brother's testimony, as he was talking to me, it struck a couple of chords in my spirit, man. Because hold on, let me grab it real quick. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 6. But as I was listening to the brother's testimony, one thing that I really extrapolated from it, man, was the treasure that is faith and the importance of continuing to believing through adversity, believing through tribulation, believing through controversy. Just believe, you know, even when shit is rocky, even when you feel like the spirit ain't on you or the Lord ain't dealing with you, continue to believe. Continue to believe, even when you feel like the spirit ain't on you or the spirit ain't dealing with you. Continue to believe, continue to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the Lord is going to carry you through that, all right, and bring you on top and forge you into a stronger man and or woman, all right, in the process. And that's what it's all about. We're being forged into capable vessels of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 6. For the Heavenly Father, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Heavenly Father in the face of Hamashiach Yahushai. The Lord shined in our hearts, our minds, the light of this glorious gospel. We've been illuminated. All that filth that we accumulated in Babylon the Great, growing up here in this society, has been washed through the precepts, through the understanding, through the knowledge, through the wisdom, through the faith of the Lord, man. And the Lord is shine His glory, the light of His glorious gospel, in our minds. Now we're able to think properly. We're able to see things with the proper eyesight, with the proper sight, with the proper perspective. Salaki. We're able to see things with the proper perspective. Understanding first and foremost that this faith is a treasure. And it's something that has to be cultivated. It's not something that just grows or strengthens overnight. Faith is a laborious work. Faith is something that's cultivated and strengthened through labor, through experience, through different trials, through tribulations, which is why you got to hold on to it. But it says, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Heavenly Father and not of us. We have this treasure in these corrupt, wicked, defiled bodies. As corrupt and wicked and just outright just defiled, man. These bodies are. We have a treasure of faith. And as we go through our trials and as we go through our different tribulations, man, the glory truly, all glory, praise, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, because without the light of this glorious gospel, our flesh would take over. Which is another thing that, brothers don't necessarily think about often. But the fact of the matter is, we fight battles every day that we are too weak for. We fight battles every day that we're not supposed to win. The flesh is a heavy demon. The flesh is a tough opponent. Who better to beat you than yourself? And we fight with ourselves every day. We fight with our thoughts. We fight with our spirit. Like the Apostle Paul said, that which I would do, I do not. But that which I do not, that is what I do. You roughly paraphrasing. We fight against the principalities, these different demons working on different aspects of our lives. We fight battles on all fronts. We're attacked on every side here. Quite frankly, these are battles that the majority of our nation have succumbed to. Battles that we were supposed to succumb to, had not the Lord bestowed His mercy upon us and given us the faith and given us the treasure of this wisdom and knowledge. But it says, We have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Heavenly Father and not of us. And that's why, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, because we understand that we can't fight this battle by ourselves. We can't win this battle by ourselves. It's too much. It's we can't win without the Lord. And that's something that, becomes clearer and clearer as the days go by. Without the Spirit of the Lord, there are a lot of tests that we would have failed miserably and not been able to get up from, had not the Lord's mercy been upon us. Which is why this treasure is a faith. This faith is a treasure. It says, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahushai, that the life also of Yahushai might be made manifest in our body. And I want to get that in the NLT, if I can. Second Corinthians 4, verse 7. I'm going to change it to the NLT. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7 in the NLT. It says, but we have this treasure. Oh, no, I didn't switch over to the NLT. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and 7 in the NLT. It says, we now have this light shining in our hearts, our minds, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. And it put it perfectly right there. All right, I'm going to read it again. We now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. It says, this makes it clear that our great power is from the Heavenly Father, not from ourselves. Man, there is no breakdown after that. That is the breakdown, man. All right, that's it. I'm going to read it again. For the Heavenly Father, it says, we now have this light shining in our hearts, our minds, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from the Heavenly Father, not from ourselves. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by the Heavenly Father. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. All this is possible through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, our forefathers are a prime example. All right, when you read the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter, it goes into the faith that our forefathers showed and the feats that were performed through them, the miracles and the mercy that was bestowed upon them through their faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Our forefathers were troubled, pressed down on every side, like Job, for example. But they were not knocked down. They weren't forsaken. The Lord did it to forge a stronger character, a stronger man. And that's exactly what's happening with us. And the brother's testimony really, had me meditating this week, man, on the importance of faith and belief. Our belief has to maintain even in moments of uncertainty. Even in moments of doubt, the faith must continue within us. It has to be something that's internal. We're trying to... I remember having this conversation with the brother Nahoya years back when I was first coming into the truth, about how, the whole purpose of this journey of ours is for us to embody the scriptures. The Lord didn't intend for us to just read and read and read and read and read and never amount to nothing. You're just reading the precepts. You memorize all of them, but you don't apply none of them. Therefore, it's not true knowledge to you. The Lord intended for us to read and glean from these things. That's why it says in Romans the 15th chapter, these things were written for our hope. All right? For our Naslaki, these things were written for our learning, all right, that we may have hope. All right, we're supposed to read and apply, read and embody the faith, the mindset, the understanding, the wisdom. All right, we're supposed to read and embody these things because in therein is our profit, especially when it comes to um, um, I don't know, the stream going in and out. I just got disconnected. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but the lesson goes on. Belief. All right, we're gonna close it out in a second. Belief. That's the main message. Of this lesson, man. Belief. Even in moments of uncertainty, even when in moments of doubt, all right, even when you feel like the Lord ain't dealing with you, the Spirit ain't on you, you gotta believe, bro, because that's a test too. That's a test too. The Lord went through the same test. The Lord felt like the Heavenly Father went with him at one point. He felt like the Lord turned his back on him, but he didn't. He didn't. Ultimately, we gonna go through the same test, but we have to continue to believe. This faith is a treasure. It's a treasure. It saves us from so many things. It keeps us from so many things. It allows us to accumulate certain things in the spirit, certain attributes and characteristics that are going to be needed for the time to come. This faith is a treasure. And it's only both so much, I can say it until you realize it for yourself. I always encourage brothers, apply the scriptures, man. For real. Apply them. It's something I speaking to myself first and foremost, man. I try to do every day. Apply more. Apply more because the Lord is boundless. The faith is boundless. But hey, that being said, that's all I had to say. Lord willing, this is edifying unto you elect. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing the truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Shalom. Stay up. Hey, Shalom, Aqua. Shalom.